Have you ever wanted to tap into the power of community for a launch or for a program, but you're also terrified of having to sort of maintain and manage and engage that community until the end of time? Well, you are in luck because there is a new concept or a new approach to community that is fantastic for launches that doesn't result in you being married to a community for the rest of your life. And what it's called is a pop-up group. And so somebody who has done an amazing job using community for her launches is my good friend Gladys. And I have seen her do this twice now. And I wanted to jump in and actually break it down and show you what she's doing, what is working, what she could actually add and do even better the next time around. And I'm just super excited to kind of give you a behind the scenes sort of walkthrough of her pop-up group before she shuts it down. As you can see here, it's a 3-day event, and this is for her program, the Story Mintery. And the way that she does her launch is it's a live launch, it's on Facebook, but it's in this private little group. Okay. And this group is only open for a short period of time. So I believe in the case of this group, it was open for probably 3 weeks. Maybe it was a little bit less, a little bit more. But the idea is that it's open. It's this space that is available during the event. And at the end, you close it down. That's right. You kill it. You delete everything. You remove everything. You kick everybody out. And then you don't have to do anything afterwards. So it's an amazing way as well to sort of create a little bit of FOMO as well, because for example, in her program, the program that she's selling after this has this community aspect to it. And what happens is you get really used to being a part of this community. Gladys is amazing at sort of creating this safe space for people. You're connecting with other people, and there is definitely the desire for this group to continue. I remember when I had joined the free training the first time, so that was last year, and then we had and the same thing happens in her program in the actual Story Mintery. So she closes that down as well, which is great because then when you promote something else, for example, if you have a mastermind or something else that involves community, you're taking something away from people at the end of the program, which makes it even more likely that they're going to buy your next level program. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I have actually scrolled down to the very beginning of all time. And you can see here, like there are 310 people in this group. And essentially what she did is she has been like emailing her list and promoting things on social media, also having affiliate partners, so people that are promoting as well. And so you're bringing all these people into this space. And I wanted to just take a look at, so I've got some notes here in my bullet journal. That's right, bullet journal. And so I wanted to walk through a couple of things. So you'll notice, first of all, even just the name. Okay, so you can see here a 3-day event, Ignite Your Story. And something that's very important is you don't want to just name like it's a community or it's a group. It's like the Ignite Your Story group or the Ignite Your Story community, because you're stating a fact. Like, yes, it's factually a group or it's factually a community, but you want to create an experience even just with the name. Okay, so a 3-day event. This sounds like it's almost like you're thinking about when people get together for 3 days in person, a 3-day event. And she did this, but obviously online. And Ignite Your Story is obviously focusing on the fact that she's going to be helping people, craft their story, bring out their story, but also ignite. There's this it's all feelings. So this is very important. So when you're naming something, you want to focus on the experiential, emotional impact of the name, but also like a transformation. Like literally, she's going to help you ignite your story, like light it on fire. Okay, so very simple. Like this is the first thing. You'll also notice that the group is set to closed. Okay, if you have it set to secret, people can't join unless you invite them in. And so in this case here, it's a free open group. So we want to allow people to join or request to join. And so you're going to want to set it to closed, and you're also going to want to set it to social learning. Okay, so the type of group is going to be social learning, which will allow you to have units, which we're going to talk about in a second. I do want to first talk though about her images. So check this out. I believe if I click here. Excellent. So check this out. Like, her imagery is so on point. It's beautiful. The colors are bright. And you'll also notice that she's featuring all of the experts that are going to be speaking during the event. Also, again, she is reiterating the name, but then you can see there's more detail. So ignite your story and trailblaze a new style of leadership in your industry. Okay, so she's adding more information. And so what I would say with this is, with your image, you want it to be, again, emotionally triggering, like the colors, the circles, everything. It feels very connected. Also, like, really nice pictures of all of the people that are going to be speaking with her, and also herself. One thing I actually would suggest, now this obviously is personal preference, but Gladys has an amazing smile, and she always is so, like, a laugh is infectious. I would actually have a picture of her smiling or laughing personally. And I know that she has one. You'll probably see it later in the group, but so that's what I would say there with the image. Now, also, you can use this, the comment section or even the description of the image as real estate. So imagine if later on you want to get people to sign up to your program, or maybe there's a wait list, or maybe there's an application page. You can use the description and also the comments here to add the links, okay, to make use of that real estate. So let's just scroll up. So what we're going to do is a couple of things. I'm going to work through my list here, but then we're also just kind of scrolling through the group so that you can actually see what she's done. Because Gladys really is an expert. She's just so good at what she does, and you can look into her experience and just, she's an educator. And so she understands how to sort of position things and bring information together. Now you're going to notice though, what's this? That cover image is different. Okay, now obviously this is because the cart is open, or was open, to her program. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but let's check out the units. So as I said, when you set the group to social learning, you enable yourself to use units. And this is so powerful because it allows people to have a space where everything is organized and not just this scrolly soup of posts. And so you're going to have a description. What I would suggest here is just making it very simple. People probably aren't going to read this, but it's just a place to organize everything so that people can find things quickly and easily. And in terms of units, the main thing you want to definitely have is this first unit, a start here, or let's get started, or something like that. And you can see here what Gladys has done is she's done a welcome to the group, and she's done a video. Definitely do video. So video is so powerful, especially in this situation, because it's giving people a taste of what it's like to work with you. What's your personality like? How do you make people feel? Okay, so if somebody is watching a video of you and they're like, they're not really feeling it, they're probably not going to join your program. But if they connect with you, if they enjoy your messaging and your sense of humor and the way that you sort of deliver your messaging and your material, it's going to be much more likely that you're going to attract the people that are right for you and repel the people that aren't. So you can see here as well, her language that she uses is very emotive. So it's very emotion driven. So it's like, welcome to the party. Woo, we're really excited. And then very simple things. Please complete the following. 1, do this. Introduce yourself in this thread. Now notice in this thread. So you keep it super organized. Okay. And then she's just setting the tone. Like, grab your notebook and a pen and a cup of chamomile tea. Like, imagine that they're with you. What would you be doing? Okay, and put that into writing, and then having a video. Okay, now what she also did, because this event actually had several different live events, she actually created a schedule. So event schedule, and she's got all the information here. Now, just speaking for myself, having this here, I did not review this at all, actually. So having it written down, it seems like a good idea, but it's actually not as helpful as having events actually booked into the event section. So you can see here that Gladys created 2 watch parties, and this is amazing for after the fact. So basically, when you have, say, a Facebook Live or you upload a video and you put it in your group and it's on Monday, but you want to make sure that everybody has seen it, you can create a watch party to replay the video the next day or the next day. So this is fantastic. And Gladys, it was so funny. She did it for the first time and she forgot to invite people. And so make sure that you invite people to the watch party. You can just send an invite to everyone in the group. So this is great. But what I would actually highly recommend for next time around for Gladys, and also for anybody else doing this, would be to take all of those events that she had here, so all of these, and I would actually plan them as events in the group. So go into the event section, create an event, and actually plan that in, because then what happens is you can invite everybody. Okay, so invite your friends. So this is a good point. If you're friends with everybody that joins in the group, you can send invites. But also there will be a post that will have all the events. So then when you go into the unit section, instead of having these event schedules, you can just take the event announcement post and put that into the unit. Okay, so this, I would recommend doing this in advance. Okay, so when you're setting everything up, you've got your cover image, you've got the name, set it to social learning, set up the units, and then create all of the events and then organize them into unit 1. So that's what I would do there, just to kind of optimize this, and also just thinking about the user experience, because I did not think to come in here and look at the times, and also just because this is Pacific time and I'm in Spain, it was a little bit hard for me to keep track of the times. Okay, so by having the events, though, when you set up the events, it will automatically go to, like, the time conversion just goes to anybody in the world. So that will make that much easier. So let's take a look as well here. So you can see here, hands-on learning and then guest expert interviews. This is amazing. So basically she had, she went live in the group, and you can see here as well, she provides like a brief description of this, and she has the video. Here is something else that I really want to encourage you guys to do. So imagine in this case, Gladys is helping people improve their story. And so one of the things she gets you to do in this group is to go live in the group and share your story. So there's a couple things that happen when you do that. First of all, it's terrifying. And so what happens is when people go live in the group and they share their story, and then people validate them and they feel like, oh my God, you did such a good job, they become emotionally safe in that space. Okay, so it's very powerful for that in terms of the emotions that the members are feeling. But then for Gladys as the group owner, this is amazing to have, because these videos, she can download these videos, or she can get the original poster to download them and share them with her. But then imagine if, for example, here, imagine if Joanne, imagine if she joins Gladys's program, and at the end of the program, she records a Facebook Live telling her story again. You've now got before and afters. Okay, so think about that and how you can use a Facebook Live and getting people to do something that is not only going to help them feel like they are moving a step forward, okay, but also it's going to create a before and after for you as the business owner. Okay. So you can see as well, for example, here, Gladys jumps in and gives feedback. So not only is she giving feedback in terms of comments, but she also did a little bit of videos or audios. And this is a great way, again, to give people a taste of what it's like to work with her. And again, this is like, she's going above and beyond. Okay, she is creating this space where people feel like, oh my gosh, like Gladys is really helping me. I feel like I'm actually moving forward. I'm getting progress. That is the momentum that she's creating in this space, which was absolutely genius and amazing to witness. So let's see. So you can see people are going live. And then again, so when we go to the unit section, you'll see that there are guest experts and interviews. And you can see here again that she has updated the posts so that it's promoting the her program once the card is opened. Here you go again. So your story under 5 minutes. Actually, and that's a very good point, making sure that people do it under 5 minutes. Now you can see here that obviously when the doors were open, she had an announcement post. So what do you do when you open your card? Now let me just actually go through my list here. I want to make sure that I'm covering everything. So we've talked about naming the group and the experience, the cover image, okay? The units. We talked about the group type, so social learning, and announcements. We haven't talked about announcements. So you'll notice that announcements it's almost like those pinned posts back in the day, okay? So we have pinned posts, but they're called announcements. So it's a group of posts that are at the top of the page. I would limit these and I would have them focus on either during the event, the latest, say, interview that's happened or the latest training. And then once you open your doors or you open your cart to your program, you would have your announcement post that it's open. And then obviously here, the event doors are closing because it's over now. So that's how you can use announcements. Let's see. So we talked about the Facebook Live watch parties. We talked about how Gladys is super engaged. So she's replying in comments. She's also doing a little bit of video coaching as well and feedback. Okay, so the thing I wanted to talk about as well is even just the way that Gladys shows up on her videos and her trainings. It's very interesting. There's a couple things that I specifically remember. So the first thing is she has everything planned. Okay, so she actually specifically will say, hey guys, like I'm going to be looking over here because I've got my notes, I've got my slides, I've got my information. And so it's very planned. It's not just, okay, I'm going to just talk at you and be random. Okay, it's very planned. And you can tell that it's very intentional. And she creates that space of intention, which is very powerful. It makes you feel very safe, makes you feel like she's taking care of you. So definitely take the time to plan the content for your Facebook Lives. Also, like I said before, it gives everyone a taste of what it's like working with her. So if you like the way she explains things, her energy, her humor, you're going to like that in the free version. You're probably going to love it in the paid version. Okay, so that is something super important. Also, the fact that everything is experiential. So she has taken into consideration the experience that people are going to have on her Facebook Lives, in the group, visually, in terms of what people are reading. So you need to take that into consideration as well. And then even this year, for her pop-up group, she had experts. So she was interviewing experts and even helping them, bring out their story. So my favorite one was Laura Belgrade. So this was just absolutely, Laura Belgrade is an amazing copywriter. She's just a lovely human being. And it was just so fascinating to see Gladys sort of sit with her and create space so that Laura could really dig into her own story and like where does her magic come from and what does she want to focus and weave into her story? So that's in terms of like the Facebook Lives themselves. So when Gladys announced that she was opening the cart, so you can see here, she had a post that was specifically for that, okay? And what you'll notice as well, when she announces that, she doesn't just have a sales page. Okay. What she has is a book, a call. Because here's the thing with Gladys. If you get on a call with her, within probably 2 minutes, you will know if you should be working with her or not. So I know for myself, when I joined the call with her, I think it was literally like 2 minutes. A, I knew I wanted to work with her. B, I knew I was going VIP. And C, I cried like on the the discovery call or just chatting with her because she's just so amazing at creating that space for you. And I know for myself, like I I was not in a place where I created space for myself. And so to have somebody else do that felt amazing. Like seriously, I have goosebumps just thinking about it. So you'll notice though that this is not like an open cart. Like, oh, I want to join, I'm buying. Like you're going to choose her, but she's going to choose you. And so you can see here, you can book a call. And so she's got her sales page, she's got her video, amazing. Like this is just beautifully broken down to kind of show you what the program's about. And so it's very important that people see this link. And so not only did she announce this and put it into the announcements, what she also did is add this link to every Facebook Live training that she did. So you can see here, so whenever you go on to a training, like I mentioned before, the beginning, we talk about launching. So this is now open. The doors are now open. Come check it out and book a call. Okay, so she added that everywhere. Now also, I remember I had been sort of hanging out in the group and I recommended that she update this because she had the previous cover image, which was beautiful, but this is like major real estate. So if you take a look at this, and I would actually go one step further here. So you've got your image, you've got the link. I would 100% put the link in the description and also in the comment because right now I'm lazy. I can't click on this. I can't like copy it. So make it seriously like stupid easy for people. So it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. I want to join, click. So they can just go here. So that's something I would definitely do there. So you want to make sure that you put this link everywhere. And so even that being said, I would add it to the about description. Now you might actually not want to because then that would probably make it searchable outside the group. And in this case, Gladys wants to keep applications for people that have actually gone through the training. So that makes sense. But basically adding this link to everything. And I'm pretty sure she did this as well. So with the description, yeah, exactly. Doors are open. So she's got this everywhere. Okay. You don't want to skimp out on this. And actually, this is a really good point. I want to see if she might have changed things, but let's go over to her profile for a second. So when you're launching and in your group, what I would recommend two other things. So first of all, again, now she's finished the launch, so maybe she had this before, but I would 100% have the same image. So the Story Mintery cover image here. And then in the link, I would say I would have a link to book a call. Now again, though, school of thought, because maybe she only wants people who have done the training. So actually what I would do is I wouldn't have a link to book a call. I would have a link to join the group. So even like before she launches the group experience, I would update this cover image. I would also update her. Okay, so by the way, remember I was saying about her laughing? This is the photo that I would have. The other one is way too serious for me. So I would say focus on sort of representing yourself visually as you are. And I mean, this is Gladys until the cows come home. So that's what I would say there in terms of your using your personal profile or your business page to get people in. And this is a really good point. Like you want to promote your group. So in this case, you don't want to promote the link to book a call because you want people to come into the group, have the experience, and then book a call. Okay? All right, so let's see. We've done this, units, about, announcements, trainings, watch parties. Okay, so here's the fun part. I absolutely love this. So Gladys made the announcement. She updated everything. People are going on calls, right? Then what starts happening in the group? Check this out, you guys. She starts doing posts congratulating people that have joined. Now, this is so smart, okay? Because what happens is, like, there are 300 people in this group, and then suddenly you see someone's joined, and it's like, oh, wow, they joined. And then somebody else has joined. And maybe it's that friend that you've connected with while in the group. So then maybe you reach out to that friend and you talk to them and say, hey, I saw you join. Why did you decide to join? Or how did it go? I don't know. This is really powerful. And also FOMO. Let's be real. But you'll also notice she's got like, let's congratulate this person. But then also she writes custom personalized welcomes to that person. So specifically talking about them, what they're doing, and just really loving on each of those new people. And because this is the thing, that person, I mean, in this case, like Stephanie's going to feel amazing, but then everybody else is like, oh, I want to be welcomed. What is she going to write about me? Right? And then you'll also see that she thanks people that refer. So it's like if, basically Kelly, for example, I believe had brought Stephanie in. And so she's thanking the person like for bringing people in. It's just basically like a love fest. Like, let's be real. And so this, you'll notice like this is what the feed starts filling up with, please join me in welcoming Michelle. And then the doors are closed. Give it up for Shayla. Like all these people, boom, 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 are getting welcomed into the group. And this is just so powerful, and I highly recommend that you follow suit and you do something similar in your group where it's essentially that you open your doors, you're hosting your calls, and then once it's official, like have a party like in your group, right? Especially before doors close, so that you can bring these people in and highlight that like, look at all these amazing people that are going to be working with me and igniting their story. There are a couple other things that I would suggest as well. So first off, I would also, I would create a unit to add all of the celebrations into. So basically when people kind of go in here, imagine if somebody started a little bit late, they come in, they're like, okay, I want to get started. And they're starting here. And then you see here some sort of like, welcome to the party, or, let's celebrate. And then it's all of the people that are going to be joining in the next program. Okay. So it makes it searchable. It makes it easy, but then also it's sort of promoting that much more. And there's something else I wanted to say. Right. Okay. So this is the only other thing that I would suggest doing a little bit differently. So I remember that Gladys, I think she opened her doors to the program. So like open doors to book on a call. And then I think the next day she posted this one person had joined. And it was really interesting because the first thing my brain thought was, oh man, like, one person, like so only one person's joined so far. For some reason in my head, it was like this kind of place of lack. Whereas if, for example, Gladys had posted like 3 people have joined. So this person, boom, and this person, it creates this sensation of like, oh my God, everybody's joining. I want to join too. Okay, so that would be just like the one thing that I would suggest doing next time around, or if you're doing this for the first time, is if you're celebrating people joining, I would wait until you have at least, say, 3 people to be like, boom, 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 these people just joined, so excited. And you still, like, you do the individual posts, but you would just do them within, say, 5 minutes of each other. So it's like, boom, this person just joined. Oh my God, this person just joined. This person just joined as well. So that it kind of creates a bit of momentum. And that's it. That's the only other thing that I would do. And honestly, it's so funny because, if you know anything about me, like I hate free Facebook groups. I think the issue that I have with them is that it's a lead generation tool. So it's basically taking, the power of community and using it as a lead generator. But it's like ongoing all the time. And so then what happens with it, people don't really take it seriously, and they don't do a good job, right? Because you can't really do a good job if you're the one that's managing it and you're doing the trainings and you're doing everything else in your business, and you can't like afford to have, say, a community manager. And also it's a free group. It's not, say, a membership where the membership is, paying. So then that makes more sense to invest in somebody to create that experience that's going to keep people in the membership. So that's my issue with free Facebook groups. But when you have a free pop-up group, what happens is, and you can just see here, like Gladys is just like she just demonstrates it so well, is that she takes the time and the energy to create an amazing experience for a short period of time. So say 3 weeks or 2 weeks, and then it closes down and it serves its purpose, but it also does it in a way that just honors community and not just sort of like creating this machine that's going to be constantly getting you leads. Okay, so I feel like for me, pop-up groups have integrity. So it's like this idea that, okay, I'm promoting a program, I'm going to over deliver and create this amazing free experience, this event for these people that come in, and then I'm going to close it down so that I can redirect my time and energy into the next part of whatever you're doing. So in this case, Gladys is going to be focusing on her paid group training. And so that's why I absolutely love pop-up groups. I think that it's a great way to launch a program. It could be even to launch, say, a program, a course, a membership. So you bring people together in a space, you help them with a specific problem, you over-deliver, you create that experience, and then you shut her down. And I'm so thankful to Gladys for allowing me to come in and just do this sort of, I don't want to say tear down. It's not a tear down. Like this, like behind the scenes. That's what it is. So I'm just so glad that Gladys gave me the green light to do kind of a behind the scenes of this community. It's absolutely amazing. It's such a good example of what people should be doing with their communities, especially if it's a free one. But there you have it. So there is a behind the scenes look at an outstanding pop-up group and how you can use the power of community to launch a program. Bloopers! I have no idea what this even looks like. Gladys is a stud when it comes to pop-up groups. All of that backstaging, reviewing got me thirsty. I have no idea what my hair looks like now. Oh no. Check this out. This is a massager from China. And you just hit yourself. Oh, all of that behind the scenes. That's a wrap.